name is Rachael, and today I'm bringing you my December TBR. Firstly, I didn't think I was really going to have a ton of books to read in December, but that has kind of changed. One of the reasons is because I did decide to join a readathon just last week. Somehow I missed it on my new bookish friend Kevy's channel. Kevy put out an announcement video earlier this month for the Missing Christie readathon, and I'm going to leave the link to that announcement video down below in case you'd also like to join. All the hosts, I think, are linked in that video. Somehow I missed it when Kevy put it out at the beginning of the month, but I found it again on somebody else's channel. Their channel is called Pages with Paige, and I'll leave it linked down below, where they run down all of the readathons that are happening in the month. So I'll leave both of those down below. So I'm joining the Missing Christie readathon, and it's a very neat idea. It's running from the days that Agatha Christie went missing in real life. And there's several different prompts, and I basically tried to condense all the prompts down to just 3 books because I'm going to be surprised if I can actually read 3 books in the timeline. So the readathon runs, I think, from December 3rd to the 14th, the days that Agatha Christie really went missing back in the day. So the first prompt was to read any book by Agatha Christie, so I'm going to read Murder on the Orient Express because A, I just bought it, and B, because Kevin recommended it to me. So I'm going to read that one. Then the group read is the Sitaford Mystery. And I don't really know what this is about. I think it involves like a seance and they go out in the snow to try to find somebody. So I'm using that for my bad weather and my book that doesn't feature Poirot or Miss Marple. I don't think it includes either one of those 2 main characters. And then for the last 2 challenges, it was to read a romance because Agatha Christie wrote a few romances under a pen name, and to read a book that has been awarded or nominated the Agatha Award based on Agatha Christie. So I actually found one that I think will fit both of those categories that I'd already borrowed from the library and planned to read this month. And that's A Cajun Christmas Killing by Elaine Byron. So that was nominated for an Agatha Award, and I think it's kind of romancy. I wasn't 100% sure, but it does have romance listed like on the side as a topic on Goodreads, so I'm gonna count it. I don't know a ton about this one, but I think it involves like a Cajun restaurant, and somebody gets poisoned at the restaurant, so they have to figure out who did it so they can show it wasn't their restaurant that poisoned this person. I feel like that's a very common theme in cozies, but I'm okay with it. So I'm going to be reading those 3 for the readathon. Then I have 2 more Christmas books I want to get to. The first one is The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. My mom read this and she really loved it, so I'm hoping to get to it as well. I think this has just like the traditional kind of Christmassy vibes. I think there's like an older man and then this young, vibrant person that comes in and kind of rejuvenates the bookstore and kind of, you know, makes everything happy, and you just have happy Christmas feelings. And then I also got Murder at the Christmas Cookie Bake Off by Darcy Hannah. I had my eyes on this just because it had the word bake off in it, and I knew that British Bake Off would be done by this point, so I needed a little bake off in my life. And again, I'm just kind of into the cozies lately, if you haven't picked up, so I'm interested in this little cozy, and I really have no idea what this is about. I'm assuming somebody dies that is involved in the bake off, and they probably blame it on the main character. That's usually what cozies are about. So that's my assumption, but I don't know. The next up, I have a book for my book club, and we are going to be reading a nonfiction book called The Quiet Zone, Unraveling the Mystery of a Town Suspended in Silence by Stephen Kirksey. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that correctly. And basically it is about a town that is in the Appalachian Mountains, and it is one of the only like old-fashioned quiet places left. There's an observatory there, and they don't want any of like the technology to interfere with that type of thing, like the radio waves and stuff like that. So they don't have, I don't think they even have internet. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's like a truly quiet place. It's like throwback without so much of the technology that most of us use. So that just sounds super interesting. I'm really excited to get to that one. And then I have 3 arcs that I was lucky enough to receive, and I just absolutely cannot wait to get to them. So I'm going to jump into those in December. So the first one is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I don't know too much about this, just that it's by Lucy Foley, and I have a feeling it's going to be one of the big releases of the year. So I definitely want to get to that one. I think there's something about like she goes to visit her brother in Paris, and he's he's not where he's supposed to be, and then she has to try to track him down. That's really all I got, and that may even be wrong. The next one is Homicide and Hollow Hollow by Mia P. Menon Sala. I want to read this one because it's the sequel to Arsenic and Adobo, and that was so fantastic. Again, another cozy with some food, and I loved the first one, so I cannot wait to get to the second one. I'm just super excited to get to it. I don't really even know what happens in the second one. I have no idea, but I'm assuming something similar to the first, where there's a little mystery they have to solve, and it's going to be fantastic. She has the main character has just this great ensemble cast around her of like family members that are just so fun to read. So I highly recommend these books. If you have not read Arsenic and Adobo yet, get on that so that you're ready for this one, because it comes out early in the year, I believe, maybe January, February. Then the next one, the last one on my TBR, is called The Storyteller by Catherine Williams. This is a young adult book where I believe they think that their mother or aunt or some relative might be the missing Anastasia from Russia. So I don't know how that's going to unfold. I don't know if this is going to get fantastical or if it's just going to stay historical. I don't know, but I'm excited to read it nonetheless. So those are the 9 books. 9 I'm going to try to read this month. And that's hilarious because I'm going to be lucky if I finish 6 this month because I still have a few more days of the month. So I don't know. We'll see. One, have you read any of these books? Which ones do you think I'm going to love? Which ones would you be excited to read? What is the book you're looking most forward to reading in December yourself? Let's talk books down in the comments, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again in another video soon. Bye for now.